nighttime. Every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always...
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Let's get in there, Shoot.
On first down, Dobbins. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Herbert going for the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off play action. Herbert. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Will Harris. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
some of the most unselfish players on any football team? Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And complete to Zach Ertz. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner Murray being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On the set, 54. Mike 54. All day, dog. Check 31. Check 31. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
on second down. Murray, he's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
You can't stop me. Let's go.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Herbert. And he's going to go down again. Brian Burns. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Throwing now is Murray. And this one complete to Smith. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Murray. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Complete to Christian McCaffrey. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. To throw is Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Here's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Touchdown, Arizona.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
On the ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Tight end's right. 4 down. Check.
Looking to throw. Herbert. This pass complete to Higgins. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
30 base.
Check back 21. I got wide. He's coming. Double up. He's
Gone. Leo.
Kill. Watch the eye.
Hey, orbit. Ready.
Back to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Showing it. Slam.
Look. Squeeze.
Whip. Watch the whip.
You're out. Go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Check, boys. Check it out, read. Check.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
2 yards on the play. And a Cardinal 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Deep for the Rams, Tavon Austin. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Herbert, he's going to float this one deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Shifts by him at the 25. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready up.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Mike 21, check Mike 21. I'm scared. Hatchet. Switch it.
Look at me. Score.
Check 15.
Shoot.
A final shot before break. Herbert, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
To throw again on second down. Murray caught by the tight end Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Murray now on first down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
– 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Murray again. Complete. Smith has it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Switch gears. Now, let's go. Over.
And that'll set him back 5.
Here we go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Here we go.
Murray to air it out again. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Give him 30 yards there. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Mike's 5-4. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 54 is Mike.
Throwing again, Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Let's get off the field, D.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian McCaffrey with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. Open man is Higgins. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Herbert. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Ready.
Watch Mike, watch Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 24, check 24.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
A 57-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. It was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second down, Murray sets to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Murray now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Shift.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. This one caught by Isabella. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
On the double. 52. Your track, your track. Switch, switch, switch. Bang, bang. Hard, hard. Back, back, back. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. 36, 36. Bam. Defense.
2nd and 13. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And Oliver in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First time, defense. Hey, watch it. Watch it. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike. Too low. Cut.
1st down, Murray.
You got block me.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check three. Mike 5-4. Go.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Check Mike 54. Exit.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Cardinals 31, Rams nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Get it.
On 4th down, Herbert. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
Ready? Teach on the base. We own this. 66. Bullet. Half. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. That's Isabella open on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And this one complete to Smith. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Here we go. Come on, 18 gator, 18 gator. Watch the D4, and pick it up, defense.
Back to throw it, Murray. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And give him 10 that time, as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there, as his guys will get the football back. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off off at the 25. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Cardinals, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.